Vamos papam. We have a pope. Greetings, dear listeners, and in this special edition of Midnight Philosophy, I want to offer my brief response to the election of the new Roman Catholic pontiff. Our new Holy Father is Pope Leo XIV, formerly Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, a man from Chicago, the first American to sit at the chair of St. Peter. He spent years ministering to people in Peru, where he is also a naturalized citizen. I know close to nothing about him at the moment, and I have my work cut out for me. But here is a bit of information I have gleaned from various sources. The choice of Leo as a name is striking, in that the last Leo, Leo XIII, who was pope in the late 1800s, published an encyclical called Rerum Novarum, translated, of revolutionary change in the world. And this text is a founding document of Catholic social teaching. Pope Leo XIII advocated for the rights of workers and the preferential option for the poor. This nod to third-way economics, critical of both capitalism and socialism, is perhaps a sign of Pope Leo XIV's perspective on current events, particularly the tumultuous political atmosphere in the United States of America. Pope Leo is an Augustinian, but let's hope he doesn't dogmatically define non-procreative sexual pleasure as venial sin. I kid, of course. Well-known Jesuit, Father James Martin, who got to know the former Cardinal Robert Prevost at the Synod on Synodality, describes him as down-to-earth, kind, modest, reserved, hard-working, decisive, not afraid of speaking his mind. Rad-trad commentators, such as Taylor Marshall and Tim Gordon, among many others, don't seem very pleased, so that is certainly a good omen. When they announced the Pope as Cardinal Robert, I imagine Trad's heart skipped a beat before they heard the rest of the name, as they hoped for Cardinal Robert Sarraut of Guinea, who would have been a much more conservative pope, particularly regarding doctrine and liturgy, though Cardinal Sarraut would still have been quite critical of the materialist excesses of the West. From his opening address, I noticed some words, gestures, and choices worth mentioning. Beginning with excerpts from his message, Pope Leo XIV proclaimed, "This is the peace of the risen Christ, a disarming and humble and preserving peace. It comes from God, God who loves all of us without any limits or conditions. We have to look together on how to be a missionary church, building bridges, dialogue, always open to receiving, with open arms for everyone. Like this square, open to all who need our charity, our presence, dialogue, love. To all you brothers and sisters of Rome, Italy, of all the world, we want to be a synodal church, walking and always seeking peace, charity, closeness, especially to those who are suffering." Pope Leo seems to want to guide the church in a direction of openness, hope, charity, and dialogue, urgently needed in a time of great instability, despair, and division. While his tone might be considered progressive by some, his choice in attire was very similar to Pope Benedict XVI and Pope John Paul II, and that, along with his inclusion of the Hail Mary, were clear nods to tradition, indicating his respect for the ancient ways. Let us all pray that Pope Leo XIV may inspire in us the zeal to follow Christ's teachings on love, mercy, justice, and repentance. I hope he helps bring God's peace and healing to our broken world. Midnight Philosopher, signing off.